Well, I'm trying again. Apparently, I'm live again now. So, for some reason, I was streaming using the OBS software, and the stream was private, so obviously people couldn't watch it. So that's why nobody was watching. Strangely enough, and you'll notice I'm sat here in relative darkness as well, because. Hey, Stephen Benicki. Hello, Stephen. Hello, Ashley. Hello, Ashley. That picture you sent me, Ashley, of the baby was absolutely gorgeous. She looks absolutely beautiful. Fluffy button. Now then, Dave. This is my second drink of this evening. I've had a bad day, as some of you may know. Philip. Hello, Philip in Leeds. Marilyn. Hello, Marilyn. How are you? Well, I'll tell you, Fluffy Button, I've had a day of it today. I really have. You're on cider at last, Philip. Fair play to you. I'm drinking Glen's Bean Brewery Highbridge IPA, and very nice it is too. Yeah, I will tell you in a second. So yeah, a bit of a day of it today, really. I was out yesterday in the car, and there was a little rattly noise coming from the car, and I thought, that's odd. Never heard that before, as you do, you know. And anyway, that's it. I picked my daughter up and came home. And last night I thought, right, I'll get the detector, the headphones charged up, and we'll take the golden mask out, and we'll go up onto the farm. And today, I'll go up onto the farm and have a bit of a detecting hunt, and so I got everything ready and got myself ready and got me detecting trousers on and my bag sorted and camera sorted and charged, and everything was charged. And I went out, took it all out to the car, put it on in the back seat, and sat in the car, started the car, and my God, it sounded like I was starting a V8 with a bad exhaust. Dearie me. So yeah, it sounds like the center section of my exhaust has blown. So that put paid to metal detecting today, and I thought, right, I'll scoot down to the garage, my local garage. It's just down the road, and yeah, you're absolutely right, Marilyn. Yeah, it literally did kind of go boom when I started the car, and drove down to the garage, and of course went in there masked up, and they can't even look at the car, and they're fully booked up until the 15th of this month, September. So with any luck, it's just the middle section of the exhaust that's going to either need replaced or maybe just bolted back together. It might be a couple of what they call the bits in between my head's completely gone. Seals, gaskets in between the exhaust. It might be something as simple as that. No, in my luck, it won't be. It'll be like, yeah, your exhaust completely buggered, and it's going to cost you X amount. Anyway, but I need the car because we're going away at the end of this month. It's our wedding anniversary, so I need the car for that. So yeah, and then this afternoon, so I made a post in the community page this afternoon about the about the car being buggered, the exhaust being buggered. That's so I did that, and then I put a post up saying, hey, you know what? In lieu of not being able to go metal detecting, I'll I'll do a live stream tonight, because I know one or two people have been missing it. So I thought I'd. Yeah, no, Marilyn, don't say that. Please don't say that. I'm hoping and praying it's not that. If it is, I'm going to see if there's any way I can put like a performance exhaust on it and just get rid of the catalytic converters, and just do it that way. Swear to God, because I need the car for the end of the month. We to drive down to Leeds and Scarborough, and Yeah, so I I put the post on saying that I would come on tonight and do the live stream, and about an hour ago I thought I'll sort of set a few bits up, and I have a so I've got the camera just here that obviously that I'm speaking to you on, and I purchased what they call a ring light. So it's a light that the camera sits in the middle. Well, the ring light sits kind of on top, but it lights me up and it makes the camera look decent, if nothing else. It doesn't make me look decent, obviously, but yeah, it makes the camera look decent. So I got this ring light and I set everything up and went to switch the ring light on, and the ring light's broken. So you've got me in this dreary light here. So I'm only lit by the bedroom light here at the moment. So, but my daughter saw what a bad day I was having, so she's gone and bought me another ring light. So that's arriving on Thursday apparently. So yeah, she came in and she stroked my back and she asked me if I was all right. And yeah. Oh, dearie me. So yeah, I've had one of those days today. Oh God. And the kitten we took her to. I don't know if. Let me see if I can get her, and I'll show you. She's playing around and carrying on at the minute. But let me see if I can get her. Bear with me 2 seconds. I'll just get her. So here's little Pickle. Say hello, everybody. There she is. So it's little Pickle there, and I'm going to take her back because she's getting pets and strokes. So hang on. Ooh. Go back to shop. Ooh. Sorry, she's just a bit lively at the moment. She's not long waking up after a little sleep, a little nap. So yeah, we took her to. She had her first vet's visit yesterday, and she had her nails clipped. We got some medicine for worming, and what else? Well, the vet said she was concerned. She's actually only got like a little stumpy tail. She doesn't have a proper tail. She's only got a little stump. I'll see if I can get a picture of it one day. And yeah, the vet said she might have a little bit of concern about her not having a tail, so a balance might be affected. But she seems happy enough, and she runs about like a lunatic when she wakes up. She has a breakfast or dinner or whatever after she's woken up, and she runs around for half an hour, 45 minutes like an absolute lunatic. So it's all good fun with the kitten in the house at the moment. She's got a little bit of diarrhea, but the vet said it's perfectly normal for. She was eating biscuits, but before we picked her up, excuse me. But now she's on. We're giving a little bit of wet food with a biscuit as well. So yeah, she's a fun little thing. Yeah, Fluffy. Yeah, my she's bought this one off of Amazon. This ring light, this replacement. So we'll see what it's like when it gets here. Anyway, Marilyn. Yeah, I would like to hit it with a big pry bar, actually. Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah, that's what the wife said. She said it's better that we know now rather than it happening while we're away or while we're halfway to Leeds or Scarborough or whatever. Then it's better to get it sorted now. So it's just one of those things. It just does my head in. Fluffy, we had 8 rescue cats at one point. We only have one left now. And he's 17 years old. All the rest have died of old age at between 16 and 18. Oh. Barry Bark, the exhaust key. Yeah, when I drove back from the garage, and one of my neighbours, she stuck her head out of the window. She said I sounded like one of them boy racers. She said it sounds great. I think it sounds bloody awful myself, but there you go. Rob Random, hello. Oh, dearie me. So yeah, that's been the extent of my day today. I did manage to make. I remember that I had some footage on the GoPro. I actually found it. I was transferring some footage of the kitten. I'm going to make a little kitten video. Yeah, I found some footage that I'd shot around about a month ago. I've forgotten I had it actually, and it's about the archaeological news that I was going to tell you about in Helensburgh. But I'll put that video up tomorrow. So you can have a look tomorrow. So I'll put that up tomorrow night, UK time. It'll probably be about 7:30, somewhere around there. I'll put it on, and yeah, fluffy boy racer. Yeah, I know. I used to have 2 Subaru Imprezas as well. I used to be a bit of an old boy racer. I think the phrase would be. Give me 2 seconds. We'll just take my sweater off. I'm absolutely roasting here. Whew. Oh, there we go. Oh. Deary me. In fact, do you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to open this window behind me as well. Oh. There we go. The window was shut because I washed the windows today. So instead of I should have made a video doing that. That'd have been that'd have been about as impressive as all the other videos. Oh God. Marilyn says got stuck in Kettering in a 1958 bullnose Morris once. Ran on 1 cylinder and blowing oil everywhere. Yeah, that sounds about right for a Morris. Yeah, like I say, Fluffy, I'm just collecting little bits of video footage of her, and we'll maybe make a month's worth. Like I say, at the moment she's about 6.5 weeks old now, so so maybe in about a month's time I'll throw a video up of her. So Barry Bark, I've no idea how much the exhaust is going to cost me, to be perfectly honest with you. It's a Toyota Corolla. I can't remember what model. It's a 2006 model, so I'm hoping it's not going to cost much. Generally, the parts for it are usually quite well priced because there's so many of them, you know. Then I'm hoping it's not going to cost me too much anyway. Fluffy, I love Subarus. My brother-in-law had a blue one. It was fantastic. Yeah, I had a blue one as well. I had a green one first, and then I had a blue with gold wheels, the standard one that everybody has. So, although I had the estate versions, the wagon versions, they call them. So with the hatchback instead of a boot. Julie Young, hi, I watch you from West Virginia. Love your videos. Well, thank you, Julie. Much appreciated. Take me home, country roads, to the place I belong. There you go. So yeah, that's all I can tell you really. Obviously, you can see the hair is going, has gone absolutely wild. I washed it there this morning, so it's at least clean and a bit on the curly side. And I treated myself over. Ashley says my first car was an '89 Mercury Sable. That's one of those big. We call them Yank tanks. Those big American things, isn't it? I think. Yeah, I treated myself over lockdown. Marilyn's was a 63 minute. You know, Marilyn, the first car that I ever bought. Now I didn't have a license at the time, but the first car I ever bought was a Mini. It was a Mini Clubman Saloon, and it was a what year was it? It was like an 84 and 85. Ashley paid $200. Actually, I paid £50 for my Mini when I bought it. I'm sure if I had it now, it would probably worth a hell of a lot more than £50. But it was by the time I'd finished with it, it was a bit of a rust bucket. Tom Shively, I've got a 71 Mercedes 4-speed on tree. I'm trying to sell. Good luck with the sale, Tom. Yeah. So, did I drive without a license? I can neither confirm nor deny, Barry. Let's put it that way. Okay. I was a very sensible driver. I literally taught myself to drive. I was a very sensible driver. So yeah, that's all I'll say on that matter. And I treated myself over lockdown, and I bought myself a comb. See, like that. Some of you guys in America will know what these are. So I can comb my locks when I need to. Oh, it's all knotty at the moment as well. That's crazy. But yeah, I thought I'd treat myself to a little bit of fun. A flick comb. How cool is that? Well, because we're not allowed these in the UK, they're entirely illegal. If it was a knife blade that was in there, but a comb I can have, and yeah, a switch comb, yes, instead of a switchblade. That's absolutely correct, Ashley. Yeah. They were it's one of them shops in China. It's AliExpress that makes them. I think it was just over £5, and it arrived here last week. So about 30 days it took to get here. So yeah, I thought I was just nosing one day at the website, and it was a bit of fun, and I just thought, yeah, I'll get it, and I pretend to be one of those hard guys. Come on. Marilyn, we used to shut down the runway at RF Alconbury and go the quarter mile for cases of beer on a Sunday. Barry Bark, no, I didn't drive without a license for years. Tom Shively says, does Scotland have speed traps? We have fixed cameras, and we have they have what they call average speed cameras as well. So what they do is they'll take a long stretch of road, they'll put a camera at the start of the road at one end, and they'll put a camera at the other end. And say if that road is a 60-mile-per-hour road, let's say, then they know the speed, the maximum speed, i.e. 60 miles per hour. They know how long it takes to cover that distance. So if you go, say it takes 10 minutes to cover that distance at 60 miles an hour. If you cover that distance in 8 minutes, then the cameras recognize that and they take a picture of you. So it takes a picture at the start and it takes a picture at the end. And the time difference between the two pictures calculates whether you were speeding or not. So yeah, average speed cameras they have a lot of over here in Scotland. Yeah, Marilyn, absolutely right. Yeah, it's a ticket through the post is what you end up with. And they have some of them in England as well. I've been through. Usually they have them in England if they've got roadworks. You know, if they're doing road construction or road improvements, then they'll put average speed cameras up to trying to make it safe for workers, basically. Young Kyle, hello, Kyle. Yeah, Megan, she might pop up. You never know. I think it's very early, and she does her Oh, that's weird. My on my screen here it says that it's. Oh no, tell a lie. Ignore me. I'm an idiot. Ashley, hello, MS Detectorists. Ashley Dodds, have you travelled a lot around Scotland? If so, with historical castles and history? I haven't actually. Um, it's something that we'd like to do, and we are planning to do it. Myself and Pam. So there's a route around here called the North Coast 500, or I'm not sure if it's North Coast or Northwest. It's one of the two. Let me see if I can figure out exactly what it is. North, I think it's the North Coast 500. Yeah, the North Coast 500, the ultimate trip around the north coast of Scotland. 516 miles scenic route around the north coast of Scotland, starting and ending at Inverness Castle. The route is also known as the NC 500 and was launched in 2015. So that's something that we're potentially going to do one year. Did I pull the old tithe maps for my farm yet? I have. There's a website here which is run by the National Libraries of Scotland, Marilyn, and they have a service called what they call side by side maps. So effectively, on your screen, you have a modern map on one side, and on the other side, you can choose from a selection of different older maps, and some of them go back probably a couple of 100 years, and that's about as far as they go. But there are also a couple of other websites that I use as well, which show me historical areas. So I can actually highlight and select different types of historical highlights. So whether it be mansion houses or whether it be ports or sunken ships, shipwrecks, that kind of thing. So I can look through all that kind of thing as well. So. I might actually. I don't need technically, I don't need the car to get to the farm. It's a bit of a walk. I must admit, it's a bit of a walk. I might see if I can pull myself together and grab my boots out of the car, and I'll go for a bit of a yomp, as they call it, and yeah, head up that way and see how far I can get before I pass out. Hello, Sue. Sue Phage there. Hi, Sue. Whew. Get a scooter. Yeah, like I say, Marion, I'd love one. That fat tire thing that you got is amazing. But yeah, now apparently they're not legal on the UK roads. The electric scooters, and you're not allowed to ride them on the footpath either. Um, so hopefully things are going to change where that's regarding. But they are saying that you're going to need like a driver's license and insurance and safety equipment, that kind of thing. So we'll maybe see, maybe one day in the future, we might be able to grab a little electric scooter and scoot about here and there, just up and down the coast. I think maybe it's probably the best thing for me to use it for. Andy Swan, still bottle digging, mate? No, I've not been bottle digging for ages. I'm sure lots of people are, well, a lot of the people on the channel here will, my subscribers will know that I don't. I gave up bottle digging quite a while ago. I loved it, and then I fell out of love with it because some things happened with someone, and I decided that I just didn't want that hassle anymore. And yeah, there you go. If I could find a decent dump, I'd probably have a go. I do have a dump on my farm permission actually, and I keep meaning to, and I'll hopefully maybe tackle that this winter. It gets very overgrown on the farm, as you can imagine. But I think I might give it a proper tackle this year, the end of this year. So. Tom Shively, Robin, what are chances of having a Scottish group hunt someday? It's not something that I would set up. There are lots of group digs that go on around Scotland. Excuse me, and it's not something that I would want to set up. To be perfectly honest with you, I've been on a group hunt. I didn't enjoy it myself. As for like a subscriber type dig, or anybody that wants to come along, I wouldn't be too fussed about doing it, to be honest with you. It's one of those things. It's kind of difficult to sort of put together. And I mean, I dig up and down the beach here. If somebody sees me and they want to come and say hello, come and say hello. Absolutely fine. If you've got a metal detector and you see me out there, then come and say hello, and we'll have a scoot around. But again, like I say, a sort of a group hunt. It's not something that I don't think I would be. I don't think I would be the one to want to set that up. To be perfectly honest with you, not least for the fact that everything that I do is based around my wife. She's disabled, so I wouldn't want to have to set something up and then have to cancel it at the last minute because my wife's not well. So. I usually grab my time here and there when I know she's doing okay, or my daughter's here to look after her, or her sister's here for a couple of hours on the odd day here and there. So excuse me. So yeah, that's probably the main reason I wouldn't do anything like that. So Ashley does get a golf cart. I'd still need a license and insurance for that as well. Well, it's good that your test result came back negative, young Kyle. Yeah, well, simply to drive on the roads here in the UK, then the vehicle has to be roadworthy. It has to go through what we call an MOT test. So it goes to a garage that is licensed by the UK government, and they have a set list of items that they will check, and if it passes those checks, then you can drive that vehicle on the road, but you have to buy insurance from an insurance company, so that if you have an accident, you are covered, and the person that you hit is insurance-wise covered. But yeah, anything that's used on public roads has to be licensed and insured. You have to be a licensed driver, and you have to be insured to drive it. And even different vehicle types as well here in the UK. Then not everybody can drive all vehicles. So I can't drive I can drive a goods vehicle up to 7.5 tons on my license. I have an old UK driver's license, so I have what we call grandfather rights. Likewise, I can drive a 50cc motorcycle, and I can drive up to a 125 for 1 year on my driver's license. But some of the current when people pass the test now, they don't get those rights automatically. I can tow trailers, that kind of thing, as well on my license. So Marilyn, it was a paper one. I had to update it when I lived in Northern Ireland, but I still keep the rights. I still keep the grandfather rights because I passed my test before 1990. I think it was 98. I passed my test before. No, hang on a second. Yeah, I passed my test anyway because I passed it before a certain date, before the new regulations came in. Then I get the grandfather rights, for what they call grandfather rights. So yeah. Whew. That was a long stint of me talking and waffling a load of nonsense, wasn't it? Barry Barks says, when you were in Ireland, were you on an army base? I wasn't, Barry, actually, no. I am a civilian, always have been. Never been in the armed forces. Although I visited the base at so Belfast International Airport shares the runway with an RAF base there, and yeah, I've been to the RAF base plenty of times. I used to deliver groceries and coal and gas to different families and different places on the army base, the RAF base there. So, plus when I was working at the airport at Belfast International Airport, I we would have things like the G8 summit that they held in Northern Ireland one year, and I had to deliver food, hot food to the Secret Service guys that were protecting the Russian aircraft that Putin flew in on. So yeah, I've delivered food to Secret Services, as they call them. I don't think they call them Secret Service in Russia. What do they call them? Not the Politburo either. I don't think it's a Politburo, is it? No, that's that. I think they're German, aren't they? East German. That's East German Politburo, isn't it? Anyway, I'm getting beyond myself here. Talking about things that I've no idea about, as usual. Fluffy says, when I win the lottery, I will buy a field and buy shed loads of golf buggies, and we can have a detector race where you can't pass the finish line until you find something of interest. Very good, Fluff. Oh, dear. Yeah, you'd have to have a case of John Smith's in the back for me, Marilyn. Yeah, without a doubt. Oh, dear. Yeah, you see, you've got John Smith in my head now. I might have to pop down to the local maybe next couple of days. I think. Occasionally I go out. You see, after holiday in Russia, MI8 came looking for me. Okay, Barry. I've lost track now. Yeah, I walk down into Helensburgh every couple of days and to get bread and milk, that kind of thing. You know, the staples, really. The stuff that runs out on a daily basis. I have a walk down and get, and it's a nice enough walk. It's a lovely walk. I have my phone and my earphones, so I listen to the radio while I'm walking. And, but if it rains, I scoot into Weatherspoons and, just to stay dry. You know, stay dry on the outside, but I get wet on the inside while I'm in Weatherspoons. So. Alaska Amber. Oh, that sounds nice, actually. Yeah, like I say, I'm currently drinking Glenspeen Brewery. It's in Helensburgh Beer and Gin Festival glass that we got. It was not last year before last. We went to the Beer and Gin Festival. So, but yeah, this is a Glenspeen Brewery. It's what we call Highbridge IPA. So it's lovely stuff. You actually have to go up to. It's up towards Fort William, the brewery. My daughter, she goes up there with a boyfriend, so he brought a case back, and he doesn't like. He kind of likes to think that he likes beer, but he can't drink it, and so he said that I could drink it. So I've got like a case full of this stuff. Well, a case full of it, half of this, and the other half is called Red Revival. It's more like a bitter, and it's lovely stuff. So. But this Highbridge IPA is cracking stuff. And like I say, you can only get it if you go literally up to Fort William. He only supplies it to a few pubs around there, and or you can buy it direct from him at the brewery as well. The guy that makes it. So it's lovely stuff. Alaska. I'm not a fan of cold weather, to be perfectly honest with you. I know people saying here that they'd like to go to Alaska, and Yeah, I just don't do cold very well. My daughter, she loves the cold weather, and I've told you before. Well, I don't know if I showed you. She jumped into the Clyde there on New Year's Day, and I'm actually thinking about doing it myself this year, or next year, as it will be on the 1st of January. I prefer the heat. I can't take cold, not for very long anyway. Yeah, I think. Do you know what? Actually, I think a lot of people have said that Alaska and Scotland kind of look very similar in certain images. I'm sure they do as well. Especially some of the sort of more mountainous areas of Scotland here. I've not really done any of the mountains. The only hill walking I've done is up the Cobbler. I think that's one of my older videos when I where you thread the needle at the top of the Cobbler, and that's some walk up there, I tell you. I'll take it out of you. I've not done that for a while now. I'm sure it was last year or year before. So there's a car park at the base in it's a little village called Arica, and they've got a couple of car parks there for walkers, and it was originally, I think it was about £2 for the day for parking, and they put the price up to £10 per car per day, which is absolutely insane price hike, and there was so much negative press from it. It's crazy, but they didn't change it. They kept the prices high, which is unfortunate, really, because it puts me off going. If I go, it's usually me on my own that goes. And Arica, home of the midges, yeah, there's one or two there, yeah. It's a beautiful place to be, but they're literally pricing people out of going there, which is absolutely crazy. I mean, when I was going, when it was like £2 a day for parking, the car parks were packed every day, and because you need that, you need a good few hours to be able to walk all the way up and then all the way back down again. I used to walk up very, very slowly, but then I used to sort of jog down. I should have jogged up and walked down, but there's no way I could have run up there. But saying that, there are guys that I've seen on mountain bikes that are cycling up it, and people and runners running up it as well. And my God. Fluff. Yeah, Bolton Abbey in Yorkshire putting their car park charges up to a 10. It's crazy. It's crazy. Marilyn, 50 days of 44C or above so far. Wow. Hot, hot, hot. Bottle digging with Kyle. Have you gotten tested yet? We haven't got tested here, Kyle. There's, I believe, that unless you are showing some of the symptoms, or you have been notified via track and trace to get tested, then there is no reason to be tested. I'm perfectly healthy. I've actually got a little bit of a sniffle at the moment, but it's coming into that kind of weather, where we start getting the coughs and colds, and I'm sure I'll be getting a flu jab this year. Or with Pam, we get a flu jab every year, so I'm sure that's on the cards shortly. But no, we've not got tested or tracked and traced. Yeah, is it Hermitage you go to, Kyle? I know there was two children confirmed as having COVID at Hermitage Academy. Yeah, Fluffy, we have an army team that comes here to Helensburgh, and they set up in the car park next to the old swimming pool, and but it's a case of you either have to have symptoms and then an appointment, so you book an appointment, or you have to be notified via track and trace told by track and trace to attend and be tested. Yeah, Marilyn says, besides that, if you survive the 60s and 70s, you're immune anyway. Oh, dear. Yeah, it's you know what, it's I think it was only to be expected, Kyle, that this sort of thing would happen. To be perfectly honest with you, I'm surprised. I'm surprised that they've not mentioned closing the schools again. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Wow, look at that. We're 40 minutes in now. Look, wow. Two-week quarantine, Carl. Hey, 2 weeks playing the Xbox or watching YouTube, or I don't know what you youngsters do nowadays. Yeah, hasn't it been crazy, Fluffy? Yeah, it seemed to start really interesting, and then all of a sudden we got to like March, and that was it. It was game over. Time's fun when you're having flies. Yeah, and everything's changed, and we've all had to change. And it's the like you said, it's surreal. It's the strangest thing ever. I mean, you know, I would hazard a guess that most of the people that are alive in the UK today have never experienced anything like this. This is the first time for us. And the future will be different. It has to be. Yeah, well, tell you what, Kat, I took to cleaning one of my bottles today. I'm making a little video about cleaning one of my bottles that I found on the beach. So I'm going to do a video of that. Just find something to entertain yourself, Kyle. You know what? Even if it's mooching around your garden or Fluffy says, I just had a week off and it's the first holiday off work this year. Barry says many in Suffolk ignore the restrictions. Yeah, you know what? There's people up here that ignore it as well, Barry. So I think the most sensible thing to do is to not worry about the people that are ignoring it. Is to concentrate on number one, on you and your family. That's the only way. That's the only way that I can see that you can get through it. The people that ignore it are the people that tend to catch it. Well, yeah, Fluffy says, yeah, most people around here are ignoring it. And Marilyn says, not many ignoring it here. That's surprising, Marilyn, actually, because I kind of see America as being like 50-50. From what I see media-wise. So I watch some video on YouTube, and some news stories. I see some of the news stories from American channels that I've watched while we were in lockdown here, and America seems to be one of those places that's like 50-50. You've got half of the people that are like, this is totally real and we need to be really careful, and then you've got the flip side. You've got a flip side of people that are just like, well, it doesn't exist. It's all a pandemic, that kind of thing, and yeah, it's weird. Weird. I mean, not to say that we don't have those people here. We've got those people here as well. They're very much in a minority. And again, like I say, I'm only speaking from my experience of what I see, like I say, through YouTube videos and through news sources. Like I say, I watch some of the channels, some of the American channels. I have access through my Fire Stick to some of the American TV channels, news channels. So I watch some of those, and yeah, Marilyn, you know what? the way I see it, you know, if I have to wear a mask to go into a shop, that's absolutely fine. I'm usually in a shop for 5-10 minutes. If we go shopping to Asda, we might be in there for 30 minutes at most. You know, and it's, you know, it's no biggie really, and I can take the mask off when I come outside. So 30 minutes out of one day is no biggie for me. But yeah, Barry, yeah, folks wearing masks with a hole in the centre. I'll tell you what else I've seen as well. Let me, in fact, I carry a mask in my pocket. So you've probably seen this as well. So they wear you've got the people that wear a mask with a hole in it because they just think they're being really clever, and then you've got, yeah, Fluffy says it. You've got the ones that wear the mask like this, but that wear a mask like that. Where does this go? It goes to your lungs, doesn't it? So wearing a mask like this is of no importance whatsoever. Okay. The best one I heard was wearing a mask like that, right? Wearing a mask like that is about as much use as putting a condom on your balls. Yeah, Fluffy, I see them all the time, and you can do nothing but laugh at the people that wear a mask. Or this as well. Or this as well. Hang on. They do this. And this is in the middle of a supermarket. They do this. You've put the mask on, right? You went to the effect of putting the mask on, but yet you don't put it over your nose and your mouth. There you go. That's my little rant about masks. Ah, dear. Yeah, Fluffy, the chin strap. Yeah. Dermot Forte. See parts of. Hello, Dermot, by the way. Hello, I see you there. Parts of Glasgow are in lockdown. Yeah, they are indeed. Yeah. It was just announced tonight, actually. Well, they say they're in lockdown. Apparently, the rule is that you're not allowed to visit anyone in these certain areas. West Dunbartonshire's one. And you're not allowed to visit anyone outside of your family, outside of your household. But they've not closed any of the pubs or restaurants. So if you want to meet your family in the pub or restaurant, that's fine. Or if you want to meet sit next to complete strangers in the pub or restaurant, that's fine. But you can't visit anyone outside of your household. I don't understand that. Maybe that's just me. Anyway, Dermot, here in South Ayrshire, they're talking about it too. Yeah, it's all right. Actually, yes. I'll see you the next time, sweetheart. Yeah, Dermot, absolutely crazy rules. Yeah, it's beginning to make no sense, and that's probably why you got these people that are ignoring, wearing masks and that kind of thing, and going to house parties and raves, that kind of thing. It's just absolutely insane. But that's what it leads to when your rules are not clear and your rules are not being enforced. This is what you end up with. Yeah, it escapes us all, Sue. Yeah. Like I say, if you're going to make rules, then you have to enforce them. It's as simple as that. Whew. Well, we are 50 minutes in. Excuse me, there's cars outside. 49. Well, yeah, just coming up to 50 minutes. So I've got 10 minutes left. Dear me. It's very, very warm tonight. In fact, excuse me. We know a girl that went abroad, got COVID, Knew she had it, but still went out to a house party and spread it around. Yeah. There's no fixing stupid, Dermot. That's the problem, mate. There's no fixing it. Let me just have a quick look and see what the tide times are like, because there is a video that I've been meaning to make. I just might be able to make it at the moment. We're starting to get it's starting to get darker earlier here now. We're getting closer towards the winter, well, autumn and winter now. Right. Okay. Anyway, I'll maybe look at sorting another little video while the car's out of action. Anyway, so Marilyn, how's the ankles? Yeah, they're a lot better. Thank you, Marilyn. Oh dear. They're not brown like the rest of me. The rest of me is brown. You see, I have this nice brown color. You know, that's untanned, and then I've got that browny color down here. This is me weathered color. Cam calls it. I'm weathered. And then I've got, like I say, I've got a white up there. But my ankles, they're still sort of white. Farmer's tan, yeah, farmer's tan, yeah. I used to get it all the time when it was I used to get the truck driver's tan, you know, the one arm, when I was working at the airport, because I used to drive the trucks, the catering trucks up to the aircraft, and we'd drive them around all day in the sunshine. And of course, you sat in one little cab in the truck. It's like a custom built truck. I'm sure you've seen them, but you've got one window so you can stick your arm out. You see. Dermot, oh well, many happy returns, Dermot. Happy birthday to you, sir. A young 62. Wow. I'm getting close to that myself, Dermot. It's my. I've got a big birthday next year. I'm going to be Hawaii 5-0. Teetotal as well, Dermot. Yeah, I can't do that. Unfortunately, I can't do that. I like the taste of beer. I'm not a silly drinker. Well, on the odd occasion, I'm a silly drinker, but I'm not a silly drinker as such. Really, I like a nice pint. Well, we're coming up to 55 minutes. We've got 5 minutes left. I'm going to give 5 minutes more. Not drank for over 30 years. That must take some willpower, I must admit. Now, I used to smoke. I smoked for, gosh, must have been going 20 years, and I managed to give it up. I used an e-cigarette, electronic cigarette, and I managed to stop smoking thanks to that straight away, literally. From the first day I started the e-cigarette, I stopped smoking. And hang on a second, I've got somebody nosy in here. Oh, go on, stick her in the shower. There she is. Ow! Ow! Not very nice. Go on, take her out.
I'm getting a free Google Nest Mini.
Well, you know. Something that was difficult was at my daughter's wedding, drinking water all night. Yeah, Marilyn, you never really quit smoking. It's just a long time between the last one and the next one. Yeah, no. I decided that I would try to stop. I tried to stop before and failed miserably as usual. And this was when e-cigarettes were just sort of becoming popular. And I bought one, and literally from the first day I used it, I literally cut cigarettes out completely. Now, within the first year, I probably had 2 or 3 cigarettes, and that was coming on 5 years ago. I stopped smoking, so yeah, and I've never looked back, to be perfectly honest with you. I know Marilyn says you never really quit. It's just a long time between the last one and the next one. But I think the last cigarette I had was probably about 4 years ago, and yeah, I have no cravings for cigarettes whatsoever. I just make up for it with eating sweets and drinking beer. It's terrible, is it? Yes, Sue, she is a little cutie, is that little kitten. That's our little. She's her full name's Ickle Pickle. But yeah, she's a cute little thing. I just went in for a kiss there, as you saw, and I got scratched on the lip for me. Yeah, Dermot's saying didn't get a notification that I was on. That's happening to all my subscriptions I'm following, even though I have the bell on. Yeah. On the flip side of that, I've noticed people have been leaving comments on my videos, and I normally get a notification. I'm logged into my YouTube constantly on my phone as well. So if I haven't answered a comment, or some of the comments get held for because they have certain words in, or YouTube sometimes think that they possibly might be spam, although most of the time they're not. Then I don't get notifications on all of those. I have to log into my account, and I have to go into my account and check all the notifications and check all the comment sections to see all the comments. So I apologize if I've not responded to you, or you've not seen your comment online. You might see it pop up. It might be a couple of days later or whatever. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. I think it's just one of those things. There's so many people using YouTube, and I guess they're updating things and changing things as they go along. So yeah, so my apologies if you've left a comment and I've not responded to it. I do usually try, and sometimes I see comments and I'll just give you a quick thumbs up. Because sometimes it can get a bit crazy. Like I say, I do try and answer all comments. And certainly, if somebody asks me a question, I'll do my damnedest to answer a question as well. So don't be afraid of leaving a comment. I will see it eventually. It's just sometimes I don't see them until a couple of days later. Right, boys and girls, I am going to love you and excuse me, love you and leave you. Oh, I've got hiccups now from drinking beer. It's terrible. I hope everybody's doing well anyway. I'm sure you certainly sound like you're all doing well anyway. So. And I will see you on the next one. Like I say, I'll put a video out tomorrow night. It'll just be a short video, just giving you a little bit of information, like I say, about that archaeological history for Helensburgh. Dermot, am I going to get my hair cut? No, I'm not. No, I've given up. I kind of like my curly hair. I don't know if you can see it's all curly now. So it's salt and pepper. My wife calls it salt and pepper because I've got the brown and the white bits. So yeah, no, I gave it as the start of lockdown. That was it. I was going to get my hair cut, but I thought, no, I'm just going to leave it. I'm just going to leave it and see how we go. And we got this far. Sorry, we're out of focus because I've got terrible lighting here at the moment. So, Tom Baker, yeah, I just need that big scarf. Actually, I've got a scarf actually that would suit. But it's a little bit too warm tonight to put a scarf on. Right, boys and girls, that's us just coming up on 1 hour now. I will love you and leave you, and I'll say thank you all for coming along, and hope you've enjoyed it. And do you know what? I think we'll go back to doing a regular one once a week. I think. even if we've got nothing to talk about, it's we can all get together. So yeah, I will see you all soon. And if you can't be good, go out and have a pint instead. And I will see you very soon. Bye for now.